What's happening, everybody? PureSalvation here, and today's video is going to be all about perk combinations that I found really helpful in Black Ops. Now, of course, you guys might not agree with me, but these are just the things that I found really helpful in my opinion, and so I'm going to be sharing them with you guys today. And of course, more people will find more different combinations later on, but let's just see what we can work with here. Now, the thing with this video is that these perks are all in the standard stages. They're not pros, and I'm not going to be working with any of the pro abilities yet because they're quite hard to get, and so we'll wait for those for a little bit later. Now this is going to be part 1. Part 1 is going to be all about gameplay styles of perk setups. Now part 2 I'll be posting a little bit later. It's going to be all about categories of guns sort of setups. For example, if you're running a machine gun, you might be thinking to yourself, what is the best setup I should be using for a submachine gun? So that's going to be in part 2, guys, so hopefully you can enjoy part 1 for now, which is all about gameplay style. The first 4 perk setups that we're going to be looking at is pretty much based on game style. So for example, you see the rushing, aggressive, KD Horror, and hidden game styles and modes that people like to play with. So looking at the top row, I know the perk pictures are pretty small, but it's kind of hard to make them bigger without ruining the resolution. But let's just ignore that for now. But anyways, let's start with rushing. Now you see I chose lightweight, steady aim, and marathon. Lightweight, of course, is going to really help you get around the map a lot faster, but the reason why I chose steady aim is, let's say you're running dual-wield macros and you don't really have time to aim down sight, even though you really can. Steady aim is going to really help you hip fire at pretty much close range, because that's usually, more often than not, you're going to be at close range, and so it'll help you get the kill. In marathon, of course, you'll get a longer sprint time, and that's pretty important as well. So moving on to the aggressive style of gameplay, I've given you guys 2 different rows that are completely interchangeable. Now, the first tier you can either run with hardline or flat check. And now the reason why is hardline, let's say you're going for the objective, you're really tied up in, kills and bullets or whatnot, and so every kill really counts. So if you don't have to take that one more kill to get your kill streaks, that's really going to help. And so hardline can really help there. Like, let's say you're trying to get a spy plane, you get 2 kills, there you go, your spy plane's right there and ready to go. Flak jacket is the other option, because I really think that it's going to really help playing the objective as well, because let's say you're defusing a bomb or you're capping a flag in domination. Now people are probably going to lob grenades or spam grenades just to get you off the flag, and so if you can survive that extra bullet or that explosion, or not bullet, explosion, it's going to really help in maybe capturing a flag or in domination, or just defusing a bomb in demolition. So that's the idea behind flak jacket. So moving on to tier 2, you have either warlord or harden. Now warlord, of course, is going to give you an extra attachment, which sometimes can really help when playing the objective. Like maybe in addition to a red dot slot, you might want extended mags, which is really going to help as well, taking out more than one enemy. And harden is also going to help, like maybe you get killed after planting a bomb in demolition. You can probably, if you're not going to get there in time, you can sort of spray through the walls and hopefully pick off a guy who's defusing, which is really helpful as well. And in the third tier we have marathon, which is pretty self-explanatory. You get around the map faster, or in quicker time, kinda. And tactical mask. Now I did flirt with the idea with using or incorporating the pro idea into this video, but even as it stands, Nova gases are deadly, and so surviving those can really help. And sometimes it can get you a kill, or it helps sometimes, but definitely the pro ability would absolutely be perfect in this sort of category, because you can not only stun an enemy, you can find out even his exact location if he is stunned or flashed. So that's the idea behind that. Moving on to the next style of gameplay is sort of the KD Horror, which is those people who like to do TDM or free-for-all. However, I don't recommend using this setup if you're going for the objective, but anyways. So the idea behind it is that Scavenger, of course, is going to give you more ammo that you need, because if you're going to go for a lot of kills and a lot of, or very little deaths, you really want to get Scavenger instead of having to pick up other guns. Or, I mean, you could do that, but it kind of messes up your style of gameplay, if you know what I mean. And the next tier, like tier number 2, of course, we have Warlord again, like I said before. It is a very essential perk when you need to get another attachment. Like, for example, if you're running Silencer and you want a different perk, or if you want another attachment, what am I saying? You can always run like maybe Red Dot along with it, which can help you not only with your precision but also staying hidden. And then of course Second Chance. Let's say you're 1 away from getting your dogs and you go into Second Chance. Maybe that just might give you a very slim opportunity to get you that one more kill that you need for your kill streaks. And so sometimes maybe Second Chance is pretty important, maybe in a free-for-all. However, if you do get Second Chance Pro, it'd be really helpful in TDM. If you are on a kill streak and you go into Second Chance, you kill the enemy, your teammate can revive you, and you're back and ready to continue your kill streak. So that's the idea behind KD Horror. And the last style of gameplay that we have here is called Hidden, which is more of a stealthy style of gameplay. And of course for Tier 1 we're going to use Ghost to stay hidden from the spy planes. And for Tier 2 we're actually going to use Warlord, because maybe in addition with the Silencer, which most people will run with a stealthy gameplay style, maybe you want to add like a red dot sight or an extended mags. I don't know, I just like to use those. And for the third tier perk, let's say, and you might be thinking Ninja, even though it's pretty worthless right now, and that's the reason why I don't use that. But Hacker is actually a relatively good idea to run with a hidden class. Now, the reason why is, let's say you're trying to flank the enemies. Sometimes, more often than not, the enemies will have some sort of camera spike, claymore to prevent them from getting flanked. Now, if Hacker, it'll allow you to seek out those equipments and destroy it, so you stay even more hidden, and then you can take out even more enemies, which overall can really benefit in the long run. So that's the idea behind that.